Alright, this is part 3 of the video. The last one may have gotten cut off, so I'm just going to quickly go over that again. So this function notation with the f of x equals 3x minus 1 really means the value of y, or the value of the function, the value of f at 1 is 2, so that's where you get the 1 comma 2. Or the value of y at negative 2 is negative 7. So negative 2 comma negative 7. The benefit of having the function notation of f of x, let me go back to full screen here. Oh geez, let's see. Get rid of that. Interesting. That full screen. Okay, so the value of having that type of notation is, if I write something like, here's the function, f of x equals 5x minus 2. Again, that really means y equals 5x minus 2. The cool thing is, if I wanted to tell you the value of x, and I wrote f of 3, then you could just write 5 times 3 minus 2, and so you know that f of 3 equals 13. So instead of me saying, what is the value of y when x equals 3, I can just write, find f of 3, or I can just write f of 3. And that tells you, hey, I'm going to replace this x with a 3 and simplify. Okay? And so you can write this, f of 3 equals 13. Okay? Now, recall that f of x is the same thing as writing y. Let me move this down a little bit. Okay. So another way to show this would be to write y equals 5x minus 2. So if I asked you f of x equals, I don't know, let's see, f of x equals 3, what that means is find x if f of x equals 3, or find x if y equals 3. So what we would do is we would, that original equation, again, which is y equals 5x minus 2, I'll just write it again, we would replace the y with 3 and then solve for x. Okay? Using our techniques that we've been using for a couple years now. 5 equals 5x. Divide by 5. And we get x equals 1. Okay? So if I tell you f of x equals 3, that means, well, you're looking for x. And so we figure, well, x would equal 1 in that case. Now, even though the f stands for function of x, so if I write f of x equals 5x minus 2, I don't know why. I think function is for, or f is for function, but you don't have to use f. You could say g of x equals 5x minus 2, h of x. You can use any letter you want, although I've never seen an x of x. That would be kind of confusing, I guess. But it doesn't really matter, the letter. These all mean the same thing, and they mean y equals 5x minus 2. It's just the benefit of having the f of, the g of, or the h of means you can plug in a number there, and then the person doing the problem knows to put in that number for x in the problem. So that should be enough for you to work on your homework or work on your classwork tomorrow. Essentially, it's just plugging in values into equations. So pretty similar to what you've done in the past. It's just with new notation that may at first confuse you, but you'll find to be quite simple.